Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plans, and today we are planning in my Planner Envy planner from April 7th to the 13th. But before we get started, I did want to show you my spreads filled in from March because I didn't get a chance. I don't think I've shown you the spreads and stuff, so I just thought I would go through and then we could kind of take a look at some of the spreads because some of them I didn't do here on YouTube. So I did want to kind of just do a quick review. So I was still doing dinners down here at the bottom. I did those, I think, the first 2 weeks. And then I kind of changed it to having my feeling, like just kind of like a feeling check-in. And I've really been enjoying doing this instead. So I think I'm going to keep doing kind of just like a mood, like check-in down here at the bottom and use things for that. I did have something get canceled, so then I had to use a canceled sticker. I think this one I did on Instagram, just like a quick plan with me kind of vibe. And so yeah, so I just wanted to show those because I haven't shown what those look like. And then now we're going into a new week in April. So I'm going to be using some stickers that aren't quite available yet. They will be available on Monday, so make sure you stay tuned. But these are stickers from PlanItDarbis, and I'm really excited for this release, you guys, because the stickers I'm about to use are gorgeous. And the great thing about Darby's shop is the stickers will be available in tangible, meaning she'll actually ship them straight to you, or printable, which I prefer because you can use printable stickers over and over again. You can reprint them. There's no like, I don't feel like I need to hoard my stickers when I have printable stickers. So they are really fun to have. And these will be available on Monday, and then you'll be able to use my code Mojo15 to save 15% off. But I'm going to show you because she makes muse sheets, where she basically creates a sheet that is inspired by people that are on her team, and I'm currently on her team right now. And so she created these gorgeous florals for me. They are the True Colors blends. We have Warm Spring and then Cool Spring, and they're called Warm Spring Mojo, and then Cool Spring Mojo. So they kind of go this way. I wanted bright colors, and she used my favorite flowers. So we have daisies and hydrangeas, which I don't think I pronounced that right ever. But I absolutely, every time I see these flowers, I have to like stop and just like look at them because they're so pretty. But she blew it out of the park with these stickers. So we're going to be using these today to kind of just create a gorgeous spread. And then I was like, let's take it up a notch. And I was like, I want bigger. So I went even bigger. I did a full page so you can see the size difference, the massive size. So this is about 5x7-ish. So this is also the fun part of printables, is you can size them to whatever size you want. I even have these in teeny tiny, if I can find them. I think I set them somewhere. I even have them in like smaller form, and I print them on paper and clear. But then I could even have like a smaller form. So this is like just like the fun of printables, is you literally can make them whatever size. So again, these stickers won't be available until Monday, so definitely make sure to come back here. I'll put links to the Etsy shop down below, and then I'll try to remember to update the link as well as I'll be sharing, over on Instagram and stuff like that for when the release actually is happening. But we're going to use these. And then I have a couple of the other new releases. So these are also some Muse inspired. They're Rosalina's Butterflies. We have Bright, and then we have some other shade options. And all the color palettes for these stickers are going to all go together as well. And then as well as these are also a collab with Martina's company. So that's another sticker shop where like all the same colors are going to be used. So if you're getting printables from both shops, you'll be able to kind of mix and match. So I thought these butterflies would also be really pretty to add in here. So let's get started. I'm sorry that was like such a long intro, but we had some business to take care of before we got started. Okay, so I'm going to use these big ones. I think I'm going to basically cover up this entire bottom. I don't have a lot going on this week, so I think I can keep my functional really in the top two. So I'm just going to use these two colors, these color palettes here, to pull colors for down here because I want to make my feelings chart area. So I'm pulling out spring boxes 2.0 and spring boxes. I'm pretty sure between these two, I'll be able to find all these colors. Right off the bat, we have that coral, like that nice red, like corally color. So we're going to go in with that shade. I feel like I could use the orange if I really wanted to. But I'm going to go, yeah, I think I'm like, I could. I don't have to, but I could. I'm actually going to go down to a lighter shade, maybe. If I have, I got to get another book out. But I am going to grab yellow, so I'm going to save space for that because I'm going to put a lighter peachy pink. I just need to get another page out. I think I have a backup of that book already I think this is 2.0. And then going over to the other side, we're looking for the greens and the blues. So let's start with a minty green, which I'm going to need the other book for. And then I feel like we can start do green. So again, I'm saving this for like the minty. I have to get another book. This is like the struggle, is because I keep using the same colors over and over again because they just go with everything. I can't help it. And then I need that powdery blue. Okay, so let me go grab another book. Okay, I have my minty color. I'm still pulling colors. I found the old version. And these colors are colors that I kept the same, so I can grab that peachy color again. And then I just need the powdery blues, which that powdery blue is exclusive to the new version. So I will have to grab that. And then I'm just trying to think of if I want to use a different shade of blue. Probably not this bright blue, but maybe this other like light blue might be nice with that. So maybe I'll use that, and then maybe I'll do the powdery. And I'm not really leaving room for, or I could go straight to purple, and that'll kind of solve my issue with getting the powdery color. So let's use the purple. Okay, so now I have my color palette. So it's all the colors that are kind of within those stickers. And then now I can kind of continue on. So I'm going to take these gigantic stickers first because I don't know why. I just really wanted to use really big stickers. I was like, that sounds like fun. Let's cut them out and print them really big and kind of just see what happens. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with really big stickers here. Okay. And I'm going to like overlap them, I think. Add in some of the daisies. All my favorite flowers. So let's add those in there. And I'm going to go in with like the smaller pieces that are the daisies and kind of fill in the area just a little bit. Because I think I want to keep colors together. Okay, so kind of just getting that side set up really quick. And then let's go over to my other side here. I'm going to add in this green. Actually, I'm going to scoot it over a little bit so I can kind of start with the daisies first because I want to do a flat daisy. So I'm going to scoot that over. And then we'll go in with, let's do this guy. I'm going to flatten this one out by cutting it in half. Oops. Had an old sticker stuck to there. Even though I know I just reversed the order that those stickers were in, but that's okay. Okay. Just going to change up that side a little bit. And then we'll go in. I want to use this piece, but I don't want it to go over. I don't know why. I don't have like a good reason of why I don't want it to go over. So I am going to trim off just a small portion of that side. And that way I can kind of flatten it against this section. Okay. All right, so we're making our little garden down at the bottom there. And then I can go in. I forgot that I'm like using the big sheets, but I have smaller sheets that I could be using too. I don't know why my brain just completely forgot that I have more size options, but we'll stick with these size options for now, and then I'll start adding in the others. So before I get too far, I am going to add in a quote. I'm going to go in with Perfectly Imperfect because I am going to need this book again later as well. But I'm going to start adding in some quotes here, just so that way I don't forget, because knowing me, I will forget and we'll get too far, and then I won't have put them in here. So I really want to make sure I'm getting in my quotes. I'm going to do protect your peace and energy. And then let's do talk to yourself like you would talk to someone you love. And I don't have anything on Monday, so I can put something up there too. So I'm just going to add in a couple of quotes just to kind of get it started. Okay, now, so I still have a bunch of the big ones. I think, like I said, I'm going to also flatten out some of these too, which scissors go. So I'm just going to snip that in half here. And maybe we can put a little bit more over there, and I could always layer on top of that and start sticking the colors. I think I'm okay with it not being in necessarily in rainbow order. I just want to keep only these colors on this side, if that makes sense. I think that's where I'm wanting to stick to right now, is kind of keeping those colors on one side, and then we have the other colors on the other side. This one right here, my absolute favorite. This sticker is so pretty. I don't think I can cut this one because it's just really pretty. We're going to keep that whole. Keep that all together. Okay, but I do need to fill in this side. Again, I don't know why I felt the need to chop that in half just to not put anything over there, but I don't know. I think I just liked that look a little bit better. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so I do have other sizes. Where'd my other size stickers go? As they're like buried under all the stuff. So I do have other sizes too that I can use. I might try to just stick to these bigger ones, but I do have the other ones as an option. Okay, so let's add in functional things. So Sunday I have dance. I know that. That's a constant that I can put in there. I'm going to stick to trying to do like the same, I think, colors. And then we go to blue. Saturday, there's not really anything on Saturday. Okay, well, that's nice. And then the 10th and 11th, we're going on a quick little trip. So I am going to grab some washi tape. And stick this in here. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'll just take my X-Acto knife and gently add that, and that's just so that way I don't forget that I have something going on there. And then I can go in with that mint color. I think I'm going to stick with that one, and I'm going to kind of cover up both areas with that, just so that way I know that that's one thing happening there. And Wednesday we got 2 appointments, so I need the yellow from, grab this yellow here, so we'll do one there, and then I can just do a tiny one for the second appointment. We can overlap a little bit on that flower. And then the 8th, there's 2 appointments as well. So going back to that peach color, so let me check first if I have, I know I have smaller, I just didn't have any of this size in my peach. But I do have others. So we'll go in and start adding those in, and then add in our small. My gosh, I've literally almost used all of this peach. It's like been my favorite shade to use in everything. Okay, so Spring Boxes 2.0 has me covered pretty much on any of the functional stuff. And now I think the rest of the space we can kind of just have fun. So maybe, yeah, I'll try to go in with the remaining florals here to decorate the sides. And yeah, let's just try to stick to these gigantic sticker sheets that I just felt the need to. I was like, you know what would be fun is if I did this with giant stickers. So that's what we did. And again, with printables, you don't have to have a Cricut. It does make it, or any cutting machine, it does make it 10 billion times easier, but you could definitely go through and cut them out too. That's definitely an option. I'm just lazy, so I'm like, what's the easiest way I can do something? Okay, let's take this one. And I'm going to just fill in that space there. And then I think I'm pretty happy with how that looks. I'm going to add that there. Ah, so pretty. Okay, and then I can go in on the top over on this side and start adding in some of these. I'll do this big piece here. I'm wondering if I can kind of just have it peeking out here. So I'm going to cut them. Oh, lost the whole thing. Lost it to my table. Okay, and then I can stick the rest over there. And then we can stick our flowers around it. So I don't always fill in. I feel like all this extra space sometimes just doesn't get used by me because I just, sometimes my brain functions that way, but most of the time it doesn't. And so I end up not needing those extra spaces, but I do really like having this extra space just to decorate. So it's like, I could use all the stickers I want. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. We used a good majority of them, so pretty impressive. Okay. And last little piece over here. Okay, there we go. I am in love with these stickers. They are so pretty. Just so pretty. I do want a little bit of this flower over here. I probably won't use that other piece, but just wanted a little bit more of those in there. Okay, and I haven't even used, oh my gosh, I forgot about the butterflies. Literal failure. I kind of want to do the smaller. I have smaller because I cut them smaller because I like having options. So I do have them in smaller. So let's go with the smaller ones. We won't go by the 5x7, and then we'll add in the butterflies, and then that'll kind of pull in both colors on both sides because a lot of these are mixed. Like we have a yellow and a blue butterfly. So I'm just going to go in and start adding some of these in here. Okay. Ooh, there's even like teeny tiny little bitty butterflies for just extra little detail. And think I want to put some on the flowers. I like the idea of doing the smaller ones because then I feel like they look like they're the size for like the flowers. So I think the smaller ones are definitely the vibe to go with. Have I used this one at all? I don't know. Now I'm like, maybe I'll just use this one. I love all the colors, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, that one over there. We have lots of little perching butterflies. Lots of teeny tiny butterflies. Okay, I feel like that kind of helped pull it together a little bit more, or a lot more actually. I think that really helped. For sure. A nice big butterfly. And then I just have one more on this one. That one's done. Whoop whoop. Always the goal, right? Finish our stickers. Okay, I am in love with what those butterflies just did. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, the last step I need to do is just add in my I am feeling, and then that way throughout the week I can fill that in. So let's go with this little bit more of a dainty font because I haven't used this one yet. So I'm like, might as well. Let's use it. So I'm just going to put I am feeling on all of these little sections. I am feeling tired. It's like gloomy outside because it's trying to snow. The weather's trying to act crazy right now. And so it's a little gloomy outside. But it's just making me tired, which sucks because I'm like, I need to be productive. What are we doing? Stop that. Okay. I am in love with this spread. These stickers are gorgeous. They printed gorgeous. I'm so excited. But there we go, you guys. There is my Planner Envy spread. Again, these stickers from PlanItDarbis will release on Monday. So I'll have more information. I can't remember what time off the top of my head. I 100% just kind of got excited about filming and did not write things down. But I will have I'll put all the information down in the description below so that way you guys can be prepared. And then you can choose tangible and or printable, which I'm team printable just because it's so much easier. And then I feel like I can use entire sticker sheets, and then like I finished this sticker sheet and now I can go print more and have more for when I need them. But anyway, there we go, you guys. Super excited for this release. You do not want to miss it. There are even more great stickers that I did not use that are going to be in this release. So definitely stay tuned to check out everything coming soon. But there we go. I so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!